mummies wrapped up in bandages and dancing around to the Scissor Sisters. Not Len and Bruno in the bar after a couple of shandies. That may have happened. It's Helen and Aljaz. Helen and Aljaz, welcome to the show. Fantastic to see. Well done on Saturday night. I cannot believe that you could look so gorgeous, the two of you, wrapped in mucky bandages. You looked absolutely amazing, and you mastered the samba. How much fun did you have, Helen?
I had so much fun, and I loved when we got the hair and makeup on and the costumes. It sort of transformed the dance, and you really get like the story of it and the fun of Halloween. It was a brilliant night, wasn't it?
I know, it was really
I'm gonna
fun.
watch that back 50 times.
50. I know, you look very good at it. I have to say, it's like hashtag big hair don't care. You love that hair so much.
So much.
Didn't you go out after the show?
I did. I went out clubbing with it. That's really embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
It's really
I really
easy
hope
to spot.
there are lots
There
of
was no
people
hiding.
with selfies with you with that. Do you feel that you've finally sort of shown the judges that your Latin skills match your ballroom skills? Because we definitely think you have.
Well, they haven't mentioned anything about my wooden hips for a couple of weeks, so I'm hoping
No.
they're just forgetting about that slowly.
It was mommy hips last week.
That's even worse.
Mommy hips, yeah. Hang on.
No, I mean,
Gotta be
as that
careful how
mommy,
you
not that
phrase
mommy. No, wrong mommy.
Craig gave you a fabulous last week. This week, he said, absolutely spectacular. Helen, we want to know, are you bribing him? He's so happy.
I am. I'm paying him lots of money to say nice
Good
things
to
to
know.
me.
Good to
Every week when we get to Craig, I just assume he's going to say something nasty because that's what everyone does, and I'm sort of still waiting for it. I'm sure it'll happen this week.
Oh, no.
Let's not jinx it. Yeah.
Len did pick up on a tiny little mistake. We had to search for hours to try and find it. We think this might be it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it's horrible to watch.
We refuse to admit
horrible.
it. It never happened.
Aljaz, what happened or what went askew it, if anything?
Who knows?
It was actually part of choreography, definitely. It's a prominent run with the handshake, and there's a turn in between, and sort of both of our arms got a little bit too stiff, and then the turn just didn't go as smooth. But the next bit was bang on time, so you couldn't really tell it was a mistake. So well covered,
Aljaz just threw me into the next move, so it was kind of covered up. But
Like a pro.
there's
Mommy-like.
moments in it when you're on the dance floor and you don't really know what's going on. You're in this weird sort of performance bubble, and things so easily can go wrong when you've got them right all week.
And it goes so fast, That bit never went wrong in rehearsals. And
For it to go,
But you know what? Because we do it so many times, even if a little thing goes wrong, you sort of know how to get out of it.
Okay. You know what's coming next.
Yeah.
We do.
And is there a good sort of sign language between you and eyes where you go...
Well, after that mistake, I turned around and I saw Aljaz's face, and he was just looking at me like, "What are you doing? You've done this better. Come on."
I love that you can read that in those eyes, and he's still smiling.
And he
like
was
that.
wearing bandages.
Oh, I know, wrapped all around his face. You have been first or second on the judges' leaderboard for the last 4 weeks. Well done, George. How does it feel to be a front runner in this competition? The standard is so high.
It is really high, and I think that's the thing about this competition. You can be top one week and then bottom the next. There's no sort of like... it's really hard to call this year, I think. There's such a high standard that you're never safe, even if you're right at the top.
Okay. She's very good, isn't she, Alice? She's very, very good. OK, this week you have the Rumba, and you are dancing to one of the biggest songs around at the moment. Hello, not the Lionel version, it's the Adele one. Here it comes.
Love it.
I don't blame you. We've been singing this all day. To do a Rumba to this song, UK #1, probably going to be #1 until, February next year. Yeah. This must be a dream for you.
I can't believe we've been allowed to dance to this beautiful song, and it's sort of a pressure because everybody's singing this song at the moment, and you don't want to do an awful dance to the most beautiful song out there at the moment.
Yeah, we need to do it justice.
Yeah.
How... The Rumba as well. I've got some stats for you, actually. In all of Strictly's history, no one, not one person, has ever got the perfect score for the Rumba, although a few have come close. Let's have a little look. Just 1 point off for Matt D'Angelo when he danced with Flavia back in 2007. Just 1 point off for Rachel Stevens back in 2008 with the gorgeous Vincent Simone. Cara Toynton and her then love, Autumn Chick-Vincent. I think I might have said that wrong. In 2010, 1 point off. Chelsea and Pashpot as well. Could you change all of that?
Definitely.
Yes!
No.
It is.
So, be confident.
Yeah, you know what? It is a hard dance because it's slow, and every single mistake, every single sort of that important technique that you have to have for every dance. But in rumba, it's so exposed. Yeah. So as soon as you go wrong for 1%, it's so visual, and everyone can see it. So it's really important to practice it and to make it gel and gooey the whole way through.
OK, I like it. All that undulating business that I'm not very good at. Are you quite a romantic guy, Aljaz? We're interested to know.
Oh, yeah, very romantic.
Oh, yeah. OK, so when's the last time you cooked a meal for Jeanette when she came home from work, would you say?
Well, does that have to do anything with romance? Yeah, it does. I would say...
You've done one recently.
Have I? Yeah, I have, yeah. Last week?
Last week. What did you make her?
I have no idea.
Beans on toast.
Shall we find out? Shall we? OK,
What?
let's have a little...
I really can't remember the last time that I came home and he had dinner and flowers and everything ready, because we kind of always do it together. It's been a while.
Oh, think yourself told. OK, Alice, I'm also interested to know, whilst we're probing, why not, where did you take Jeanette on your first date?
On the first date? Oh, actually, we were in LA. We were there with the show Burn the Floor, and we went to a Malibu beach.
Yeah.
One of those beaches. Yeah, it was a beautiful restaurant on the coast. I loved it.
That's very
Goosebumps.
Let's find out if your better half remembers.
It's going to be completely different.
Here we go.
For our first date, Aljaz took me to a beautiful restaurant overlooking a cliff in Malibu Beach. It was
How cute is that? Most people just go down the local for some chips or something like that.
That's very
last
romantic.
one, and this is quite important, Aljaz. When it comes to spiders in the bathroom, do you do the chivalrous thing and deal with it, or do you leave it to Jeanette?
I know the answer to this.
Do
one.
you?
Aljaz is so petrified of spiders. When it was Halloween week last week, he kept running away from anyone with a spider on their costume.
They wanted to put it on me, and I was like, are you sure? Because I can't look to the left then.
Oh, my goodness me. Let's see
them.
Jeanette's answer, if it's right.
It kind of runs in the opposite direction. So it depends how big they are.
Oh,
So manly.
I like that. Getting to know Miss and Mrs.
Lovely.
Good luck with your rumba. I
Thank
think
you.
it's
Very
going to
much.
be so good.
No
Good luck.
spiders.
Helen and Aljaz, yes, no spiders. Thank you, Jeanette, for playing ball there. Now, when I was at